are less than 24 hours away from the national championship Gamecock team opening up the 2011 season.
USC plays Santa Clara in a 3-game series starting tomorrow at 3. News 19's Michael Benning is here with a look inside the dugout for us.
Well, last year's championship was probably as special a sports memory as this state has ever seen. A few players admit they think about the championship every day. Others say they're focused only on the new season. In honor of opening day tomorrow, we look ahead, but not before looking back one more time. With each swing of the bat, each pitch thrown, each moment that passes, the 2010 National Championship fades a little further, and the start of a new season comes closer.
We know this is another year. This is, a start to the 2011 season.
Can't really look back no more. We got to start a new season and start everything fresh.
We are at a point now that you turn the page.
Starting fresh is bittersweet. You don't have to look far to be reminded of the electrifying joy that passed through here just last summer, forever leaving its mark on an entire sports program.
We finally got one.
They've been to Omaha quite a few times, but they never had that last final game and walk away with a national championship trophy.
For the fans, even the state, it's much more than a trophy.
We represented South Carolina well, and we never gave up.
You see how they respond to, sports. They love seeing this as entertainment. We enjoy doing it for them.
For a few, it also surpasses pure entertainment. For one boy and his family, the team's run to Omaha was as special a story you will ever hear.
I can't ever put into words, won't ever be able to put into words how much that meant, how much bigger it was than just a baseball game and a championship.
Now February, it's hard to move on, impossible to forget the summer of 2010 in Columbia.
I look back on it, there was never a time where we didn't get along, where we had any kind of negative energy around us. We had guys that would pick each other up.
We had all kind of team chemistry, and it flew throughout the dugout.
The team says they bonded perfectly, and it didn't take long before the 35-man roster picked up one more recruit.
We were his hero. In the end, he was our hero.
There was perhaps no bigger fan than 7-year-old Baylor Teal.
Made me feel like I must have done something right to have a child like him.
Rob Teal, Baylor's dad, says he had cancer already in its most advanced stage.
He was an inspiration to us, and for him to fight the way he did made us fight even more for him.
He never acted like he got the short end of the stick at all. He thought he was lucky and blessed.
Baylor fought his cancer, and he fought it hard. Each time he'd beat it, it'd come back, then he'd beat it again. During that time, Baylor spent countless months in the hospital, and instead of always going to the Gamecocks baseball games, the Gamecocks started coming to him.
It was one of those situations that just felt right, and he really became a part of our program.
I went to the hospital and met him, and the kid was pretty amazing, and he stuck with me.
One player, Whit Merrifield, had Baylor's heart more than any other.
I just wanted to be there for him and his family, and try to develop this friendship with him, and hopefully help him get his mind off of what he was going through at the time.
Baylor was a big Christian. He loved going to church, and that's what Whit talked to him about when he came up to see him. He talked about putting his trust in God and that he would get him through it.
Rob says out of all the players, Whit would spend the most time with him. Baylor loved the team, and he loved Whit.
We colored that poster at the hospital. He put number 5 rocks on there.
There's a bouncer. Bobby Haney picks it up. Walker.
Then just as his team made it to the College World Series,
the doctors from New York called and said that there wasn't going to be any more treatment available that would help Baylor.
Baylor's fight with cancer ended for good.
He passed. It was, that's the worst day of our life and probably ever will be.
Coach O'Rourke told me, and I just crashed. It was awful.
Jeffrey Jones on deck.
That same night, the team found itself in a losing battle to Oklahoma. Jackie Bradley Jr. and the 2010 Gamecocks were one strike away from going home.
I don't even think it crossed my mind that I could have been the last out. We do not like to lose, and we're going to give every single fight that we can.
Like Baylor, the team kept fighting.
3-2 pitch. Base hit in the right field.
That's when all my family at the hospital and friends started saying, You know, I believe Baylor was behind that. The next night they decided to write BT on their hats in honor of Baylor, and Michael Roth, who had never pitched, started a game all year, starts the Clemson game and pitches a complete game 3-hitter.
2 straight victories over Baylor's rival landed his team in the championship. Pitchers threw flawlessly on very short rest, and the Gamecocks were 1 win away from a national title. Down 1 run in the bottom of the 8th, pitcher Matt Price says he called on Baylor.
I was just praying to Baylor, and I was like, I know you're watching after us.
Price says literally at that moment,
that's when, as soon as Bobby got that hit.
First baseman in the right field.
After that happened, I was like, all right, Baylor, just stay by our side and just keep watching us.
Holding the lead then fell on Price's shoulders.
When everything's on the line, you know what you need to do. I couldn't make a mistake whatsoever. If I made one mistake, it could cost us the game. We're never going to quit and never going to back down from a challenge.
Matt Price.
Then in the bottom of the 11th, that run stood on third base, with who else but Whit Merrifield at the plate.
It's a little bit like angels in the outfield. You know, you just feel like someone's with you. You feel like it's not real.
I know what's going to happen. I tell the guy sitting to the right of me in the stands, I said, that's Baylor's favorite player.
Coming up next,
Whit came up to me afterwards in tears, saying he felt Baylor's hands on the bat.
How one boy inspired a team,
Having him by our side is what drove us.
who in turn inspired an entire state.
We're so proud. We're so proud.
And we talk with the players about doing it again starting tomorrow. The Gamecocks went from 1 strike away from going home to winning 3 straight games. Now in the bottom of the 11th against UCLA, 7-year-old Baylor Teal's favorite player had a chance to win it all.
It's a little bit like angels in the outfield. You know, you just feel like someone's with you. You feel like it's not real.
I know what's going to happen. I tell the guy sitting to the right of me in the stands, I said, that's Baylor's favorite player.
Flashbulbs just flashing everywhere.
2-0. Swing, line, drive, right field. It drops. Coming home is Wingo. He touches home. The game is over. The game is over. The wait is over.
Whit came up to me afterwards in tears, saying he felt Baylor's hands on the bat.
I could definitely, you know, feel a little presence, and I don't have any doubt that it was him.
The Gamecocks were national champions.
I've never seen such a beautiful picture in my life.
This is unbelievable, man. I can't put it into words.
It tells you all you need to know about that team. For them, the first thing they do when they get the trophy is Coach Tanner mentions Baylor, and they come over and bring the trophy to my family and hold bridges up over their head. You know, they didn't have to do that.
Meanwhile, in Columbia, the party lasted for days.
Good morning. Good national championship morning.
I can't put it into words how happy I am that Carolina finally took a national championship home.
We only have enough shirts to fill about half of the demand.
Thousands poured into Colonial Life to greet the team.
2010 national champions. We are honored and humbled by your presence today to celebrate your national championship.
Then it was the capital city's turn.
We're so proud. We're so proud.
Why do y'all choosing Rock?
Just excited.
Most exciting times of my life. I think besides getting married and having children, this may be the best moment of my life.
300 team, we're the last team standing. We're number 1.
Now, 6 months later, the excitement still lingers.
It seemed like a roller coaster that never really came down.
And their accomplishment is theirs to always celebrate.
And we know we brought a lot to this state, and we brought a lot to this program, and we just enjoyed every second of it.
Now the new season awaits, and the team is more than ready.
Just being out here every day with these guys is, you know, something that I cherish every moment I'm out here.
I don't know if it's a chip on our shoulder, but I know we got a bullseye on our back.
I can't tell you the future, but we're going to go out there and handle our business.
It kind of marked the end of the celebration of last year's championship, but you know, I don't think Baylor will ever be forgotten. I have people that tell me all the time that he's a Gamecock legend.
And Rob Teal is right. No matter what happens this year, Baylor Teal, the Gamecocks in the summer of 2010, will likely never be forgotten.
That's an amazing story.
It is. The more and more you talk to these players and the coach and Baylor Teal's dad, you hear things over and over that I never heard before, and I'm like, are you kidding me? That really happened? And it's too good to be true almost, but it's like you said, incredible story.
Baylor really makes you believe in miracles.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And he makes you look forward to the season.
Absolutely. I don't know that there's ever been a season for the Gamecocks probably that is more anticipated than starting tomorrow.
Well, a remarkable story and a remarkable job that you did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, JR.